It has become an undisputed fact that a sustainable city needs to be walkable. Much of past urban development has been automobile-centric, and recently there has been a strong push and even a demand for living in a walkable neighborhood. This demand has been especially strong from younger generations.
When you think people are commuting, the last thing you really want to do is go home and then have to get back in the car if you want to go out to dinner, go to an outdoor concert, that kind of thing. So that's really what people are looking for.
Walkable neighborhoods like this one are usually also correlated with higher earnings, a more educated workforce, and then also an overall better quality of living.
Besides the sustainable benefits of a walkable neighborhood that come from lower car usage, living in a walkable neighborhood provides a number of health benefits.
So there's a growing interest in built environment, in particular neighborhood walkability and the risk of cardiovascular risk factors and diseases. So what the study did was compared people who moved from a low to a highly walkable neighborhood as compared to those who moved from a low to another low walkability neighborhood. When comparing the low to high group versus the low to low group, what we found was that the people who moved to a highly walkable neighborhood had a 54% reduced risk of high blood pressure than the low to low group.
Walkable neighborhoods are also correlated with having higher average income, more high-tech industry, a larger creative class, and a better educated class. Walkable neighborhoods are a key component in a healthy, vibrant, sustainable city. In recent years, Minneapolis has pushed to improve its walkability, and walkability is a factor laid out in the Sustainability Action Plan. In fact, Minneapolis has improved walkability significantly, and the estimated daily walking traffic in Minneapolis has increased 25% since 2007. According to WalkScore, a company that tracks and calculates the walkability of cities around the world, Minneapolis ranks number 16 in the U.S. in terms of walkability. WalkScore ranks the walkability of an area through analyzing hundreds of walking routes to nearby amenities and by analyzing pedestrian friendliness. Here's a map of the general walkability of Minneapolis according to WalkScore. The areas shaded in dark green represent good walkability, and the areas shaded more orange represent poor walkability. For the most part, it follows a simple pattern. Downtown Minneapolis and the surrounding residential neighborhoods are very walkable, and the more industrial sections of the town become less walkable. Although, one residential neighborhood doesn't fit this pattern, North Minneapolis. North Minneapolis, although it is a largely residential neighborhood close to downtown, it is one of the least walkable areas of Minneapolis. This disparity is evident in the habits of residents of North Minneapolis. A resident of North Minneapolis is half as likely as the rest of Minneapolis to walk or bike to work, according to the Census Bureau. It turns out that this is a trend across the country, where lower income neighborhoods are on average less walkable than their higher income counterparts. A study by the American Journal of Public Health found that the least walkable neighborhoods in a large urban area are typically the poorest. According to Governing Magazine, which examined the accident locations of 22,000 pedestrians killed nationwide between 2008 and 2012, found that poorer neighborhoods have disproportionately higher rates of pedestrian deaths, almost twice as many to be exact. There are several reasons for this disparity in North Minneapolis, but a big reason is due to the lack of public and private investment in the area. North Minneapolis residents face a lack of safe and walkable destinations. Parts of North Minneapolis even fall into the label of a food desert. Without close and walkable amenities, a neighborhood cannot be highly walkable. Making a community more walkable starts with engaging the community itself. In many ways, building a walkable community is a type of user experience design. Other low-income communities across the country have addressed this by organizing groups of residents to tour their immediate neighborhood and conduct walk audits and public safety audits. Organizing like this will help Minneapolis understand where to bring public investment and encourage private investment to create a more sustainable and resilient neighborhood. When building a more sustainable and resilient city, Efforts must be made to serve and bring a sustainable infrastructure to underserved communities. Equity is an important part of building a completely sustainable future, and it is oftentimes forgotten, as seen in the disparity of walkability of lower-income neighborhoods.